What's good, you guys? It's your girl Nala Sophia, and today I'm gonna teach you guys how to make some bomb thumbnails. And if you're new here, hey, what's good? Stay for this video and watch because it's real juicy. Let's get it on and poppin'.
Says she flirt with her boyfriend, grudging him of money and bling, so she go bed with him. Catch disease.
I have my little paper and what I wrote down. Before you even think about making a thumbnail, whatever video you're making, you want to make sure you go on YouTube and type in that video name and then look at other people's thumbnails so you can get an idea of what type of pictures you need to take for your thumbnail. Because the last thing you want to do is make a video and you don't have pictures. For instance, like a vlog. If you go into a restaurant, make sure you take a picture of the name, the food, stuff like that. Because if you don't have those type of pictures, you're going to be looking lost when you make the thumbnail. Because it all got to correlate with your video, you know? You want to make the audience want to be you, want to watch it. You feel me? Thumbnail is the most important piece of YouTube. It's like buying a product. We want to see with our eyes. Before we watch anything, we want to see what it's looking like. If it looks pretty, then I'm going to click on it. If it looks intriguing, I'm going to click on it. But if it looks dull, boring, I'm not going to click on it if you're not popping. You feel me? So you need to make sure them thumbnails popping. That's the first step. Second step is the apps I use. So I use Canva, Bazaar, and Eraser. So I'm gonna show you guys how I edited, how I made my what's on my iPhone thumbnail. A lot of people love that thumbnail because YouTube give you analytics on how many people watched it or how many people in impressions they looked at it and like for stare at it for a little minute because it looks so intriguing. Like you can't lie, that picture looked really good. That thumbnail looked really good. So for your thumbnails, you want to make sure the sizing is 1280 by 720. That is always going to be your size when you're making thumbnails. Always remember 1280 by 720. So if you use one of these apps, like for instance Canva, sometimes when I use a template it'll be too big. So what I would do, I'll put it in like Fonto and put the correct increments and then fix it up. That's all. So I go to Bazaar. Fun fact about Bazaar, the only thing I don't like about them is that when you're trying to save your thumbnail, it's gonna have a watermark on there. And I don't want a watermark, so I'm gonna show you guys how to take that off. That's the only thing I don't like about this app. So we go back to Bazaar. I'm gonna use the YouTube thumbnail, that one. Push OK. So it's gonna be looking just like that. You see, you don't have to pay for this, just push X. So what I do, I put two photos. My background one. So we're going to favorites. So my back photos is going to be this one right here, me taking a picture in front of the mirror. I'm gonna put that right here, and then my camera one. So those are my background photos. Then I'm gonna make it bigger. I'll make it bigger. It doesn't matter how big because this is gonna be blurred out, so yeah, I just deleted it. And I'm gonna scoot that over, scoot this over. Okay. So now I got it like that. So what I do, I go to overlay. Not that one. No. I go to, no. So, okay, we push the photo. And I put blending. So I wanted to blend to give it that effect. So I put multiply, overlay. You see how when you do the overlay, it's like that. So you could do that a little bit, so it don't look too big. But I don't like how it's that middle line on there. So I'm gonna just put it back how I like it, like that. Let me take out the overlay. Okay, so now we're gonna blur the photo. So what you do is you push the photo, and you see how all these little tools down here, you just slide over and you press adjust, and then it got like exposure contrast to fix like the lighting and stuff, but I don't need that. I just want to blur my photo out. So we go all the way down, push the little drop, which is the blur, and then you could put it how you could, like, yeah. So I don't want it too blurred, but I want it blurred, but I want it to see, I want it blurred out, but I want you to see the object, which is me in the camera. So that's good. So I'm gonna do the same thing for that one. Go all the way down, no. Go to adjust and then go all the way down to blur. And then I'm gonna blur it just like that. Okay, so that's what we want, right? So let me show you what I'm talking about with the watermark. So you see how it says save? When you remove the watermark, it's gonna cost extra, and we don't want that. We want to do it for free. So what I do is I screenshot it like that, then I size it down, and just do that. Okay, and then I push done, and then save to my photos, and that's simple. No watermark, and it's free, and it's the same size, so you won't have troubles with that. So now we're gonna move on to, we're gonna go to the eraser app. Okay, that was my other thumbnail. Let's delete this. Okay, so since it's what's on my iPhone, I want to make sure I have a picture of the phone so that people know what type of phone it is. So it's an iPhone 14 Pro. So I took a picture, I went in Google and I typed in iPhone 14 Pro Max transparent. Sometimes it don't come transparent. You see how it's a white background? We don't want that, so we're gonna take that away. I just typed in the phone on Google and I saved it to my camera roll. So yeah, that's all I did. So I put the photo into the eraser app, and I want to push the middle, which is the erase. Push that, and then you want to push target area, and then you want to hit the area where you want to erase. So you see the white, I want to erase the white background, so I'm gonna push that, and then boom, that's simple. But if you have like a difficult photo where it's like a picture of you and stuff, you're gonna have to really get in them creases, and I'm gonna show you that. So then I push done, and then I push save to my photo, and that's that. So now I got another iPhone 14, but it's in a box. I want the aesthetic of, I want every angle of the iPhone 14 Pro. I want the box, and I want that. So the reason why I'm doing it just like this is because I didn't take a picture of my iPhone 14 Pro, but I didn't take a picture of my iPhone 14 Pro Max box. So just because I didn't do that, it's okay. You could get it online, but you're going to have to finesse it. And this is how I'm finessing it. So now we're going to go to our next photo, which is the box one. And it's this one. See, I like that because I want it like, but I don't like the man's hand, the background. So this is where we're going to get real in it. So you push erase, push target area, and we push the area where we want to erase. So you see how it don't get everything, but it do get like some of it. So now we're gonna have to like fix it up. So we push the little plus erase one, and then you want to zoom in with your fingers like this, and then you see the width, that's like the sizing for the circle. So you see how this is small, or you want it big like that. You could like change it up. So I don't want it too big, but I want it big / small enough so I can get in the creases. So I'm gonna erase his little fingers just like that. And you see how I went too much overboard with the erasing? Like, for instance, say you messed up and you do that, it's okay, we got you. Just push the restore one with the minus, push that, and then you just go back in. It's the same thing with the sizing. Go back in and fix it up. That's simple. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the erase one. We're gonna bring it down some. Well, I'm gonna get these areas. We'll do that. get his little fingers. And I'm gonna turn it. Get this side. Then I'm gonna turn it again. And this is gonna take some time. Well, not that much time, but you want to be really precise if you want your thumbnails to be looking good. So I recommend this app. This app is really good. Turn it again, and you see how it's like a little gray spots? We don't want that. We want to make it look like it's actually our phone box. So I'm gonna have to get really in there. Okay, in this one too. See how this other side also goes back. If it's not supposed to be stored, just go back. Yeah. See how I even it up? Just as simple as it is. Okay, so I think it looks good. So I'm gonna just leave it like that. So I'm gonna push done. Then I'm gonna push this little arrow next to the crown. And then it shows you how it's gonna look like transparent. So I think it's good, so I'm gonna save it. So a good thing about this, it don't have watermarks, so that's good. So I think that's everything we have for the photo, for the thumbnail. So now we're gonna go to Canva. And then I already typed in YouTube thumbnail, and you see how they have like different inspirations and stuff. Like if you're making a vlog, the best one would be like the three rows where you can add 3 pictures and stuff. They got a lot in this app, and it's really cool. So I'm gonna just go back and push the create a blank one. Then I'm gonna go to my camera roll. Not camera roll. Yeah, images, and I'm gonna add this one. So it's already there, so now we gotta make it a little bigger. So I'm gonna just play with it like that. So now we're gonna add these two that we edited out, the background, the phone, and that one. Oh, we pushed the wrong one. Crap. Oh no, it wasn't the wrong one. Okay. So I'm gonna just scoot that over there to the side. So what really we want is our phone, to make it seem like our phone is on there. So what I did is, you want to screenshot your screensaver of your home screen and your lock screen, so you could show them so you could show the audience what you're showing them on your phone. So I already got a picture of that, so I'm gonna go to my favorites. And this is my home screen, and then this is my lock screen. Okay, so I got these two. So now we're gonna go back to push the little purple plus, and we're going to elements, and we're gonna type in the search bar iPhone 14 Max frame. And see, it already comes up. So most of these is pro, but if you want to go with a free option, they got free options, I think. But I paid for the pro one, which is not that much. I forgot how much it is. See, look, they got this one, which is free for all my free people. And see how it already like blends in? So that's what we want right there. So we're gonna do it again. So I'm gonna just move this over to the side. Move this right here. Move this right here. I'm just so shocked how it blends in that fucking fast. Okay. So that's what we want, right? So I'm gonna do the same thing with that one. And look how it already comes in with like the shading and stuff. That's really dope. So now we're gonna place it on together. We're gonna put it all together. Put the Picasso. We're gonna make a Picasso. Put it together. Okay, so I'm gonna move this over. So then I'm gonna put this right here. And then in order for you to tilt it, you see the little arrows going that way and that way? You could like turn it and stuff. So we're gonna turn it and oops. If you mess up, just push the arrow. And we're gonna move this over. Then we're gonna turn that. And then move it over. I wanna move it over a little bit so I can fit the other phone. So I'm just move this over right here. I'll move this over. And you just want to play with it. That's all it takes. It just takes playing with it, practice, and you got yourself a Picasso, baby. So you see how it's like intertwining with that phone? I don't want it to be like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push the 3 little dots, and then down there where it says more, I'm gonna put bring to the front. So you see how it's now overlapping? That's what we want. So now I'm gonna grab this picture, tilt it, scoot it over. So you see how my lock screen is like underneath the front phone? We don't want that. We want it on top of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna move that phone over. Then I'm gonna put this to bring to the front. Do it like that. Then I'll move this over. Then I'm gonna say bring to the front too. And then boom. That's what it's looking like. Now we're going to these 2 phones. So I'm gonna make this big. Cause you gotta remember, like people usually watch YouTube videos on their phone. So we want the picture to be big, and we also want the words to be big so they can see it and read it. Cause you don't want your title of your thumbnails to be so tiny. Nobody's gonna see it on their phone. 99% of people mostly watch their YouTube videos on their phone if they're on the go and stuff. You know? And even if it's on the TV, if it's small, like nobody got eyes. Nobody could really see. So you need to like make it big, okay? So we're gonna make this big like that. Put it in the middle. Bubbling it a little bit down. So now we got the box. And we're gonna make this big too. But we're gonna tilt it over. And then we're gonna bring it to the back. Tilt it like that. So I'm gonna bring this down a little more so you can see the box. Okay. So I think that's good. So that's all the photos we added and stuff. You see? You still with me? You still with me? Right? It's easy? Don't worry, I'm not gonna get you lost. You got any questions? Put it down below, okay? Because I'm gonna answer them. So now we're gonna get to our favorite part, is the words. So I'm gonna save this photo, right? I'll take this photo and I'll put it in Fonto, because Fonto got some nice like fonts and stuff. But sometimes I like to use these fonts because Canva got some good fonts on there too. But Fonto, I use Fonto too for my fonts. But for this video, I didn't use Fonto for my fonts. I'm just telling you the stuff I use for this video. But I also did use Fonto for my other thumbnails. You get me? You get my drift? Okay, thank you. So I saved it just in case I didn't like the words and stuff. You always want to save your rough draft. The first one we said was what's on my iPhone. Well, that's the whole sentence. So what I'm gonna type in, I'm gonna go to text and I'm gonna just type add box and edit, and then I'm gonna delete that and then put what, and I'm gonna put it in all caps because remember we want them to see it. So push the word what's and we go to fonts. So for the word what, I use the font called London. So since I can't find it, I'm gonna just type it in. London. I use that one, and that one's a crown, so that is Canva Pro. So if you don't want that, you gotta find a different one. So you see how it changed? So that changed. So now we're gonna exit out of that, and we're gonna go to the color scheme. So for the color scheme, I use like this type of brown-ish. So I'm gonna push this brown, I'm gonna make it bigger so I can see it. So I pushed that brown, but it wasn't that type of brown. I went like texture, shadows, so I'm gonna go to effects, and I'm gonna push the shadow one, and I'm gonna push the little dots, and then I'm gonna push color, and I want the shadow to be black. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna make it more transparent. And then you can like change the direction of where you want it to be. So I think I'm gonna put it in this direction. And you can also make it blurry, but we don't want that. So yeah, and then I'm gonna put that back. Okay. So I'm satisfied with the word woods. And as you can see, it matched with like the little iPhone box color, which is really cute. So I'm just scoot this one over some. You just want to play with it to see where you want to put it at. So for on my phone, we're gonna do the same thing. Push the plus with that one. Go to text, add a text box. Go to edit, delete that, and then put on my phone. So I'm not gonna capitalize everything. I'm gonna just capitalize the O and the M. So I'm gonna put O-M-Y. So now I'll go back to front, and then this one I use Jim. My camera has shut off, but what I was saying was, so I want a shadow on the O-M-I. Not O-M-I. On my, so push that. Then push effects. I already put the shadow. So I already did that. Cool. So now we're gonna go to the iPhone 14 part. So I'm gonna push the same thing, add text box, and then capitalize the I. So for the font, I use this one. I don't know how to pronounce that. So I'm gonna push that one. Then the effects, I use the neon one. And then I'm gonna change the color on that one. Go back to color. And I want that to be like a bright orange. So like that. Then I'm gonna just size it bigger. Like that. Then put this. I just deleted it. Well, I could put it back. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, now the last part is I'm gonna add Pro Max to it. And then I'm gonna put Pro Max. And I'm gonna put this in all caps. Okay. Then I'm gonna go to font, and I use the Belicia one. And I'm gonna put that one there. And I want this one to be white because the black don't really go good with it. You see how it's not popping? No, we want it to be white. So now it's popping. Just like that. So I'm gonna fix it up because I want the box to show a little bit. I don't like how it's all covering. So I'm gonna put that up. Then I'm gonna put this one up right here. That right there. And then I'm gonna layer this on top of the iPhone 14. Just layer the little piece. Like that. And for this one, I'm gonna put some shadow to it so it just won't be dull. I'm gonna go back to the effects, go to the shadow, the color scheme, and then push black. And then I'm gonna fix the direction I want it in. And make the transparency darker. So I think that's how it is. I want it a little bigger. So you just want to play with it. And then I'm gonna show you guys the other fonts where you get for free and you can just download it and stuff. And then the fonts where you can get it from is called Dat Fonts, DAFOTS. Yeah, datfonts.com. And it's gonna look like that. And you push it. So look, they got categories. So like my favorite one on here, they got a typewriter. They just got a lot. It's a lot. You just gotta look through it. So yeah, that's for extra fonts if you don't see the ones you like on Canva. And then for PicsArt, you see PicsArt. What I like about PicsArt is they got stickers. So like if I wanted the iPhone 14 one, just type that in. They got like realistic phones so you don't have to like edit it out and stuff. Just like that. I don't know about Canva. Let's see what Canva has. Canva got stickers too. So go to Elements and you type it in. So we type in the iPhone 14 one. You see their phones are like this. So that's why I like PicsArt, because they got stickers for free. And you know how to pay extra. Like look, this one look realistic. Like you can't even tell. So that's why I use for PicsArt. PicsArt I use the stickers. And then fonts, so I just use like for my words and stuff and fonts. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Bye, and catch my next one.
Fuck with. Hey,